Hello and welcome to Fintech Focus TV. My name is Ian Bailey and I'm joined today by Steve Toland from TransFICC. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Ian. Happy to be here.
Good. So look, first of all, congratulations on making the list, the definitive list of the most influential fintechs of 2019. I've enjoyed working with TransFICC for a little while now, but for those that don't know, tell us a bit about yourself and the business.
Well, thank you. We're very happy to be on the list. So a little bit about TransFICC. So we are a fintech startup. We've been going 3 years now, just over. We are looking to build a hosted API service for the fixed income markets. So we're looking to work with banks and asset managers, hedge funds, who basically want to trade in those markets. And the problem that they have is all the APIs for all the different trading venues are different. And so we are normalizing those venues, making them look and feel the same. So it's a lot easier for those companies to actually build trading and risk applications on top of our platform. So we're abstracting away a load of the technical issues and giving them a platform where they can actually build their own business applications on top.
Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense. And we've seen a lot of disruption and a lot of technology in the fixed income market space. Was this brand new, or what was there a particular gap in the market for this?
Well, no, it's actually we were approached. Myself and my partners, we actually all came from the FX business, and talking with banks, we got to understand more about the fixed income space. Similar to FX, there's fragmentation, but it's even more fragmented, and you have fragmentation by asset class and more complex workflows. And then what differentiates fixed income particularly is obviously you've got a higher burden of regulation. So whilst it's less automated technology-wise, you've got obviously MiFID II came in last year, and you've got things like SFTR coming in next year, etc. And those a lot of the regulatory requirements which apply right across the world of fixed income, bonds, swaps, futures, repos, are driving participants in that market to basically automate. They need to, if they're automating stuff and electronic trading, that means they need to code to venue APIs, and that's a difficult problem. So we were talking with banks who are in the space, and they said, it would be nice if we had a sort of a utility platform, something that was a bit more flexible, something that was hopefully a little bit faster than the current systems we use, and then also helps us meet some of our regulatory requirements. So as we're talking with participants in the market, identifying that it was a big problem, and some of our experience, myself and my co-founders, we were at LMAX previously, and we thought a lot of the technology that we built for actually matching trades on an FX venue, we could actually repurpose some of that technology approach for actually, solving this normalization of API problems. Yeah. Okay.
So the demand was there, the customers were there, but we work with a lot of fintech startups, and the journey is not always an easy one, but obviously sounds like you're doing very well. I mean, tell us a bit about the journey itself.
Journey, it's a journey, roller coaster, being a fintech startup. It's a lot of fun. But it's not always easy. So you have to do some. There's some hurdles that you have to get over. Like you need a product and you need some money, and some of those things are like it's easier said than done. You need a first customer, so we spent most of the first year actually building the first version of the product. There was only 3.5 of us on the first year. One guy was part-time. So obviously, you've got to get something that, people like the concept and the idea. You've actually got, we've got something that they can actually see and test. So that's what we spent most of the first year doing. We got some traction doing that, and then the next problem, the next stage was obviously you've got to get some funding. So we were bootstrapped up to that stage. We managed to attract some investors in. So Mine Incubator, who are part of Commerce Bank, and Illuminate Financial, generously decided to back us, which is great, and that enabled us to start, building up the team, and obviously, expanding the sort of the range of the product and the markets we cover. We then ran into obviously the issue that we have, which is obviously close to your guys' heart, is that recruitment
Yes, okay.
has been difficult. It's very challenging. Partly because to get the right type of developers who've got the right expertise. So in our space, we want people who've got good experience in developing high throughput, low latency applications, but also we do a lot of automated test-driven development. So we've got people who've got that level of experience. To start with, we're not paying enough as a startup, So like people say, well, yeah, I'll come if you pay me a lot more. I can get this much at a bank. So you've got to. It's finding developers who've got the experience and also the ones who are really, interested in joining the challenge of joining a startup.
Got to buy into that environment.
But there's some real rewards of doing that for the people who join the team, because you get to do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And it's a good experience. I mean, it's very hands-on experience with the bank customers that we're working with.
Yeah, great stuff. And so the point now. So we've got clients. We've got an established team. We're delivering what the guys are looking for. What's next?
Well, yes, we do have clients, and we have a team. The challenge we have now is actually scaling them both up. So we're still at a still early stage startup. So we've got 12 full-time employees on the team now, and then there's some other developers who work with us on a part-time basis. But essentially, fixed income is pretty broad. So we think there are more than 200 trading venues across bonds, swaps, futures, and repos.
Okay.
So the customers that we're working with, the ones who've already signed and the ones we're talking to, the challenge they have is they want us to scale to cover the full range of the markets. So we need to add to the team, add market coverage, and again, some of it's not cookie cutter in fixed income. Some of the workflows, particularly as you get into the cash bond trading world, I mean, even just European government bonds, you've got to do list trades, non-contingent list trades, trade at close. It goes on and on. So there's no shortage of work to do. So to back to your question, where we are now is the challenge for us is to scale the existing team. We'd like to double the team over the next sort of 12 months and then beyond that. And then obviously we need to scale our market coverage as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a more fuller service offering for the clients we're working with.
Yeah, understand. Okay. And I guess just sort of final question, look, you're in that list of most influential fintechs of 2019. Any trends or anything you've seen in the market that people should be looking out for?
Oh, that's a good question. We get asked a lot about, do we do anything to do with blockchain?
Okay.
And we don't.
Okay.
That's just not, because we're real-time trading, that's not really in our sort of remit.
Yeah.
But what I do think is a real sort of trend with other fintechs, and other fintechs we want to work with, is these issues of workflows. Okay. So as you move into the bank world and people are building trading and risk applications, you need to understand the complexities of the workflows, how you can build technology which is sort of both at a lower cost and testable and repeatable, and that's a big ask. And so we're certainly, and some of the other fintechs who are actually on your list, we're looking to partner with them in our space.
Right, okay.
So, because obviously we're very much focused on building this, if you like, all the technical abstraction associated with APIs. So lots of things like heart beating and timestamps and all stuff like that. But we're not building a desktop trading GUI. We're not building a pricing engine. And so we want to partner with other fintechs who understand those workflows, know how to build workflows in an automated fashion, who can actually partner with us. So I would see that as I think we're going to see more and more startups doing sort of workflow applications, etc., in the fixed income trading space. Obviously, when we talk about fintech, it's pretty broad. We're very much capital markets focused and not retail banking focused, etc.
Yeah, and definitely not blockchain.
Not blockchain, no. Although certainly some investors we've talked to, that seems to be the wrong answer.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, we know it's not on our roadmap.
Good. Well, look, it's been a pleasure hearing what you've got to say. Congratulations again on making the list, and it sounds like there's a an exciting road ahead.
Okay, thanks very much for having us.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're
it.
very welcome. Thanks very much for watching. Steve for TransFICC, the details will be included in the link above. Yeah, my name's Ian Bailey. Thank you very much for watching.